So I want to share with you a tiny little habit that I call a tiny life experiment that if you practice this, it is going to ramp up your creativity on a level that maybe you've not experienced yet. But it's a very powerful tool. And it's called the Idea Factory. I'm going to explain to you what it is, why it works, why it's so important, and then how to do it. And the idea is that you want to write down 10 ideas daily on a specific theme or question, what is called a prompt oftentimes. And for example, 10 ways to work more efficiently. What are 10 ideas that you can come up with for how to work more efficiently? And write those down. That's it. Nothing too complicated. A very simple habit to practice. Now, why is this so important? Well, the first idea there is that it exercises your brain and idea muscle when you do this. And your creativity is not static. You can become more creative or you can become less creative depending on how much and how often you use your creativity. And so you can think of this exercise as a daily exercise routine for your idea muscle. You're doing reps every time you come up with an idea. And that's going to make your creativity, your idea muscle, even stronger when you come up with these 10 ideas on a daily basis. And that's going to help you to solve problems. It's going to help you to be, again, more creative if that is part of your job. And oftentimes it is to some level. Now, what's the second idea? What's the second reason? Well, it generates 3,650 ideas a year, some that could transform your life. So just do the math. If you're coming up with 10 ideas a day times 365 days a year, that's almost 4,000 ideas that is going to come out of your noggin. And do you think that 1 or 2 or maybe 10 of those 4,000 ideas you come up with could have the potential to change how you do things in life? They could change maybe what you pursue in your life. It could have all kinds of ramifications because you're generating so many ideas. But that's another benefit of doing this. The third reason is that it frees your mind by getting ideas out of your head. Oftentimes we would just want to have ideas and we think, I'm going to just keep track of them up here, going to keep track of them up here. And what happens? We forget them, or we get so many different ideas that it can just seem overwhelming and stressful to try to maintain them and keep track of them up here. So you get them out of your head, write them down on paper, and there they are. You can just let them go at that point. And you do this exercise on a regular basis, and you're going to feel a psychological shift. Mentally, you're going to feel different because all that stuff that is up there and maybe been sitting up there and maybe creating a mental clog to some degree, is getting released. It's getting on paper where you can see it and actually use it. And finally, it brings awareness to areas in your life where maybe need attention. Let's go back to that example starting out. 10 ways to work more efficiently. If you were to come up with 10 ideas on how to work more efficiently, do you think it's going to put a spotlight on maybe ways that you're not right now? And things that maybe you know you should be doing and you can be doing that maybe you're not? You do this exercise 365 days out of the year, or even part of that, but hopefully as consistently as possible. But you're going to find all kinds of ways that maybe you can improve, work more efficiently, things that need to be done away with, eliminated from your life, just by generating these 10 ideas a day. So how do you do it? How do you put this into practice? It's very easy to do. You want to pick a theme, a question, or a prompt, okay? And then here's some examples. 10 ways to sleep better. 10 things you're grateful for, or 10 ways to eat healthier. So you take a prompt like this. There are examples that you can search for on Google. Just look for daily prompts. Or you can just come up with questions on your own. Keep a list of questions you want to ask yourself on a regular basis to generate these 10 ideas. And then once you have that prompt, then you write down the answers to that prompt, whatever it may be. For example, 10 ways to sleep better. How would you answer that? Keep your answers simple and short. And it says right there, write down 10 ideas, okay? Keep it simple and don't stop until you reach 10. When you first start doing this, you're going to feel like, okay, I've got 5 ideas and I can't think of any more. But the reality is, somewhere in there, you have 10 ideas to answer whatever prompt or question that you are using. Just stick with it. Keep it simple. You don't want to write sentences for each answer. Just something that's short, maybe less than 10 words, but include some details if you can. And write down, don't stop until you get a full 10 ideas. You can do it. I'm sure of it. Now, what's the roadblock? Well, the roadblock that you can face here is perfectionism. You know, just wanting to have the most perfect ideas and not writing them down unless they are perfect. But what's the solution? Write it down, even if it's silly, impractical, and unrealistic. And you're going to find that oftentimes the majority of ideas that you come up with are silly, impractical, and unrealistic. That's okay. If it's related to the prompt, write it down. And again, with practice, when you start exercising your creativity muscle and doing this exercise on a regular basis, the ideas, the quality of the ideas are going to improve as well. But initially, they may not. But even that, they may continue to be ridiculous for the years ahead. But it doesn't matter. Write it down. Just get 10 ideas down and watch what happens when you put this into practice. All right, try it out. What do you have to lose? I hope you found this idea useful and helpful. And if you did, please like, comment, and share, and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. I'd be interested in your comments about how you're using this, maybe some prompts that you use on a regular basis or ideas for prompts. Just include those down in the comments. That would be awesome. All right, that's it for today. Have an amazing day.